Chapter 6. Pirates attack the Imperial convoy. 3 days after Ethan's victory in the Imperial arena, Emperor Kalor summoned Princess Lyra to the Royal Council chamber. "You will travel to the Orion Trade Summit," the Emperor said. "The neighboring systems must see that the Astran Empire remains strong." Lyra nodded, and the human, Kalor, glanced toward Ethan, who stood quietly beside the chamber doors. "He comes with you. What if he escapes? What if he turns against us?" The Emperor silenced them with a single look. "If Ethan Walker wished us harm, we would already know it." Ethan simply inclined his head. "I gave my word that I would not run." The royal convoy departed the next morning. "It's beautiful," she whispered. Ethan stood nearby, watching the tactical display instead. His eyes moved across the sensor readings. Something didn't feel right. The escort formation was too spread out. There were blind spots between the patrol routes. He quietly approached Admiral Serac. "Your left flank is exposed." The Admiral frowned. "Our scanners show nothing." "They will." Before the Admiral could respond, "Warning. Unknown vessels detected." The bridge erupted into chaos. Dozens, then hundreds, of red warning icons appeared on the tactical display. The convoy had sailed directly into an ambush. A sinister voice echoed across every communication channel. Entire fleets had vanished after crossing his path. Admiral Serac immediately ordered battle stations. "Shields to maximum. Prepare all weapons." Princess Lyra grabbed the command rail to steady herself. He turned toward the Admiral. "Your fleet is fighting 12 separate battles." The Admiral looked confused. "So? You should be fighting one." "What's he doing?" Within seconds, every Astran warship received new flight coordinates. The convoy suddenly abandoned its defensive circle. Instead, every ship accelerated toward the flagship. Captain Drax's confident smile disappeared. "Impossible." One enormous cruiser. Unlike the others, it never fired. It stayed safely behind the battle. "The command ship," Ethan said quietly. "If it falls, the fleet collapses." Princess Lyra looked at him. "Can we reach it?" Ethan smiled. "We don't need the entire fleet." He pointed toward a small attack shuttle docked inside the flagship. "We only need one ship." Ethan calmly picked up an emergency combat suit. "No, it's a rescue mission." Princess Lyra stepped forward. "I'm coming with you." Every officer protested at once. "Absolutely not. It's too dangerous." But Lyra met Ethan's eyes. "I trust him." For a brief moment, Ethan hesitated. Then he nodded. "Stay behind me." Together, the human and the alien princess boarded the small shuttle. Its engines roared to life. The hangar doors opened. Behind them, thousands of soldiers watched in stunned silence. One human, one princess, heading straight toward the heart of the pirate armada. No one knew if they would ever return. Chapter 7. One human against hundreds. The small assault shuttle disappeared into the chaos of battle. "I still think this is the craziest plan I've ever agreed to." Ethan smiled faintly. "Then you're having a normal day with a human." Despite the danger, Lyra couldn't help but laugh. Ethan held up a hand. We moved quietly. The pair advanced through the maze-like passages. Soon, voices echoed around a corner. 4 armed pirates appeared. One spotted Ethan. "Intruders. Why are the Imperials suddenly fighting like professionals?" An officer answered nervously. "Reports suggest the human is directing them." Drax's eyes widened. "The human? So the rumors are true." Before he could give another order, an alarm sounded. "Security breach. Unknown intruders approaching the bridge." Drax grinned. "Seal every corridor. Send everyone. I want the human alive." Hundreds of pirates flooded the corridors. Ethan and Lyra found themselves surrounded. dozens of plasma rifles aimed directly at them. One pirate laughed. "It's over." Another raised his weapon. "Drop everything." Princess Lyra slowly reached for her sidearm. Ethan gently stopped her. "Not yet. There are 200 of us." Ethan looked around calmly. Then he smiled. "No." The pirates frowned. "There are only 20. Confused, they looked at one another. Ethan pointed to the narrow corridor. "The rest can't reach me." Before anyone understood what he meant, he charged. The tight hallway prevented the pirates from attacking all at once. Only a few could engage him at any given moment. Ethan used the corridor itself as a weapon. Every step, every movement, forced the pirates to block one another. Within minutes, dozens were disarmed. Others surrendered. Some fled. Princess Lyra watched in amazement. "He isn't stronger than all of them," she whispered. "He's thinking faster than all of them." Finally, Ethan and Lyra reached the bridge. Captain Drax stood waiting, blaster in hand. "You've caused me enough trouble." Ethan remained calm. "It doesn't have to end this way." Drax laughed bitterly. "You think I attacked the Imperial convoy for money?" Ethan narrowed his eyes. "No. You were hired." The pirate captain's smile faded. For a moment, silence filled the bridge. Then Drax spoke quietly. "You really are dangerous. You see patterns others miss." He activated a holographic communicator. A mysterious hooded figure appeared. Its face remained hidden. Only glowing red eyes were visible. The figure spoke in a distorted voice. "Terminate the pirate fleet." Drax spun around. "What? That wasn't our deal." The transmission ended. Suddenly, warning sirens echoed through the flagship. One of the officers shouted in terror. "Unknown missiles detected. They're targeting us." Ethan looked through the bridge viewport. Dozens of sleek black missiles raced toward the pirate fleet. Someone had decided to erase every witness, including Captain Drax, including Princess Lyra, including the last human. Chapter 8. The Human Saves the Princess. The bridge of the pirate flagship erupted in panic. Impact in 30 seconds. Officers abandoned their stations, desperately searching for escape pods. Captain Drax stared at the incoming missiles. His face drained of color. They're eliminating us," he whispered. Emergency lights flashed crimson. "Hull breach on deck 12. Engine core unstable. Evacuate immediately." Captain Drax grabbed Ethan by the arm. "You know what's happening. Who attacked us?" Ethan pulled free. "I don't know. But whoever they are, they don't leave survivors." Another explosion tore through the ship. A massive steel beam crashed from the ceiling, trapping Princess Lyra beneath the debris. "Ethan." He turned instantly. Without hesitation, he sprinted toward her. The beam weighed several tons. Even the surviving pirates couldn't move it. Ethan planted his feet. He took a deep breath. With a powerful lift, the twisted metal slowly rose. The pirates watched in stunned silence. "No, that's impossible." Lyra crawled free just as the beam crashed back onto the floor. "You came back for me," she said, breathing heavily. Ethan smiled. "I gave your father my word." The bridge doors burst open. Imperial soldiers had finally boarded the pirate flagship. General Kravos led the assault. He stopped in disbelief. The feared pirate crew, the same criminals who had terrorized star systems for decades, were kneeling, not because they had been defeated, because they had surrendered. Captain Drax slowly placed his blaster on the floor. "I surrender to the human." General Kravos blinked. "You surrender?" Drax nodded. "I've fought armies. I've fought monsters. But I've never fought anyone who tried to save my life while defeating me." He looked directly at Ethan. "You are unlike anyone I've ever met." Suddenly, the ship's AI announced core overload, detonation in 60 seconds. Everyone froze. General Kravos shouted, "All troops, evacuate." One final missile. Unlike the others, it hadn't exploded. It had attached itself directly to the reactor. His expression darkened. That wasn't meant to destroy the ship. It was meant to erase evidence. He memorized the missile's markings before turning away. "We have to go." Silence followed. The pirate fleet was gone. Every ship, every secret, every trace of whoever had hired Captain Drax. Almost every trace. Inside the shuttle, Captain Drax sat in restraints. He looked at Ethan. "They'll come for you now." "Who?" "The people behind those missiles. What do they want?" Drax lowered his voice. "I never learned their names. I only heard their symbol. The Shadow Directorate. The last human." The shuttle fell silent. Princess Lyra slowly turned toward Ethan. For the first time since awakening from stasis, Ethan realized his survival had never been an accident. Someone had been hunting him all along, and now they knew exactly where he was. Chapter 9. The Emperor Demands Answers. The Star of Astron returned to the Imperial capital in silence. There was no celebration. Who was the Shadow Directorate? And why were they hunting the last human? Ethan Walker stood in the center of the room. Princess Lyra stood beside him. Captain Drax, restrained by energy cuffs, was escorted in by Imperial guards. The Emperor's voice echoed through the chamber. "Captain Drax, you will tell us everything." Drax nodded. "I accepted a contract 6 months ago. A mysterious organization contacted me through encrypted channels." The room fell silent. None of the Imperial officers recognized it. "They paid us enough credits to buy a planet," Drax continued. "Our mission was simple. What happened to humanity?" The room became completely silent. Ethan took a slow breath. The official mission briefing said humanity was facing extinction. Our colonies were under attack. Entire worlds had gone dark. My unit was ordered to protect Project Dawn. One of the scientists interrupted. "What was Project Dawn?" Ethan's expression hardened. "I don't know. It was classified. I only knew one thing. If Project Dawn succeeded, humanity would survive." The Emperor studied him carefully. "You truly don't know what happened after you entered stasis?" Ethan shook his head. "I woke up alone." At that moment, an Imperial officer rushed into the chamber. "Your Majesty." The officer bowed quickly. "Our deep space observatories have detected something." The room's holographic projector activated. Hundreds of blue lights appeared on the edge of known space. One advisor whispered, "Ships." Another shook his head. "No, there are too many." The computer estimated the count. Unknown fleet detected. Estimated vessels, 4,862. Silence filled the chamber. General Kravos narrowed his eyes. No known empire possesses a fleet that large. Princess Lyra glanced at Ethan. He wasn't surprised. He was worried. The Emperor noticed. "You've seen this before." Ethan answered quietly. "Not the fleet, but the formation." He stepped closer to the hologram. His heartbeat quickened. The ships were arranged in a pattern used only by one military, a formation abandoned centuries ago. "Human," he whispered almost to himself. "They're using Earth's Vanguard formation." Princess Lyra heard him. "Does that mean?" Ethan slowly nodded. "You mean Ethan Walker?" The figure smiled. "He is not merely a man. He is the final key." Princess Lyra stepped protectively in front of Ethan. The transmission ended. Every screen went black. The room remained silent. Finally, Emperor Kalor turned toward Ethan. His voice was calm. He paused. I think you're carrying a secret that could decide the fate of the entire galaxy. He began to fear that the greatest mystery wasn't where humanity had gone. It was what humanity had become. Chapter 10. Humanity's Forgotten History. The atmosphere inside the Imperial War Chamber had changed. Only days earlier, Ethan Walker had been viewed as an unusual curiosity. I may know where to find them. Princess Lyra stepped forward. Where? Ethan looked at the holographic map of the galaxy. He pointed to an empty region beyond the old trade routes. There. An officer frowned. There's nothing there. There is now, Ethan replied. But 300 years ago, there was a classified human archive. Within hours, the Star of Astron entered hyperspace, accompanied by a small escort fleet. It traveled toward a forgotten sector that no modern civilization had explored. After 2 days of travel, the fleet emerged into normal space. The view stunned everyone. No transmissions, no movement. The landing team entered through a damaged airlock. Dust covered every corridor. Old human symbols decorated the walls. Princess Lyra gently brushed away centuries of dirt from a plaque. She read aloud, "Human Galactic Archive. Knowledge is our greatest weapon." The group continued deeper into the station. Broken service robots lay scattered across the floor. The station trembled. Power surged through ancient circuits. One by one, lights illuminated the endless corridors. A calm artificial voice echoed throughout the archive. Identity confirmed. Commander Ethan Walker. Welcome home. Princess Lyra smiled. It remembers you. Ethan smiled sadly. I wish more people did. A holographic woman appeared above the console. What happened to humanity? The AI remained silent for several seconds. Then thousands of holographic stars appeared around the chamber. Massive fleets were destroyed. The invaders never occupied worlds. They erased them. Princess Lyra watched in horror. What was it? Aurora looked directly at him. It was never a weapon. It was humanity's final evacuation. New holograms appeared. Millions of civilian ships leaving Earth. Hidden colonies launched toward unexplored galaxies. Research stations disappeared into deep space. Children boarded cryogenic arcs. Aurora spoke softly. Humanity did not become extinct. We disappeared. By choice. Princess Lyra whispered. They sacrificed their place in the galaxy so they could survive. Aurora nodded. If our enemies believed humanity was dead, they would stop hunting us. General Kravos slowly lowered his head. An entire civilization vanished. To protect its future, Ethan stood motionless. So, Earth wasn't destroyed? Aurora hesitated. Then she answered, No. The hologram shifted. A final image appeared. Earth, blue, beautiful. Then, denied by whom? Aurora's eyes glowed brighter. By your commanding officer. The room fell silent. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.